I don't go often, but I love Texas Roadhouse. Does anyone like Texas Roadhouse? I know it. I know it. You don't even have to raise your hands. I know it. Well, I was on Facebook the other day, and one of my relatives shared this thing from, let me read it, from Texas Roadhouse, supposedly. This is what it said. I'm Henry J. Rogers, CEO of Texas Roadhouse. Roadhouse was misspelled. I know times have been a struggle recently, so to help everyone out, I'll be sending everyone who shares and comments this by October 15th at 1 p.m. a voucher. Each voucher can be used at any Texas Roadhouse, misspelled, to get a steak dinner for 4 with drinks included. Right, exactly. Okay, but that was shared by 16,000 people, and 16,000 people commented on it. So 32,000 people think they're getting 4 free dinners at Texas Roadhouse. These were some of the comments. Those rolls and butter are my weakness. Really? It is like heaven to me. Rolls and butter. Okay. I need me some meat sweats. This is going to save my life this week. I hate to tell them, but they ain't getting those free dinners. Okay. So, what do we look forward to? What brings us joy? What do we desire? What is our end desire? Well, there was a comment written by Henry J. Rogers, who misspelled his name the second time he wrote it. Hello, this was to all the comments. Your voucher will be sent soon, but you need to complete the validation process first. Once finished, we need 24 hours to create your code. Now, I don't know what any of that means. And I'm sure all of these people now are feeling let down that the thing they were looking forward to, that guy was going to make his week. Uh-oh. But all the things we put our hopes into, and they're all good, going out to eat, especially during the pandemic, we couldn't do any of it. We all looked forward to the things we could do when we can get back. And that's not bad. The people we could meet with, the things we could do, they're good stuff. But we put our hopes into all that. And generally, they either let us down, or they're good, and the times pass. Very temporary. Remember that song, Everybody's Working for the Weekend? What's the worst part of the week? Sunday night, isn't it? Going back to work, going back to whatever, the drudgery starts, the weekend is over. Every weekend has an end. What do we put our hope in? What do we look forward to? Well, in the gospel, James and John, it seems like they're wrong. Because they say, hey, Jesus, let us sit in heaven. When we get to heaven, let us sit one on your right and one on your left. Now, that seems wrong to ask for. But actually, what an awesome thing that their one desire, they asked Jesus for one thing. And they said, they didn't ask, hey, can we get 4 free dinners at Texas Roadhouse tonight? With that apple, with that butter, oh my gosh. No, they said, can we sit, when we get to heaven, can we sit one on your right and one on your left? They had their priorities straight. They know that the thing that will satisfy them most is to be in heaven. And you know what? Hey, Jesus, can we kind of sit at your throne? Don't hit us. But man, what a great desire. That is actually a desire we should all have. That is what's going to fulfill us. And then Jesus asked them a question. He says, can you drink the chalice that I drink from? Can you be baptized from my baptism? And they answered yes. And we think they messed it up again. But they didn't, because, brothers and sisters, all of us have been baptized with the baptism of Jesus. All of us. And most of us drink from the chalice that Jesus drinks from when we receive his body and his blood. We are given what we need to sit at the throne of God. This is a great thing they were asking. And you know what? It's something we can ask for too, because we are given the same gifts. Because you're here today. What an awesome gift we have. In the hope that one day we too can sit on the throne of God, because he is transforming us into him by what we receive here today. We were at that conference a few weeks ago with the priests, and one of the speakers said, you know, after the pandemic, some people are coming back to church, some people aren't. And the guy said, the speaker, that whoever's back is back, and that's it. I don't believe that. Because I think while people have come back to many other places, I went across that river, that great divide last week, or on Friday, and I had to get new shoes because we don't have a DSW on this side of the river, so I had to go to that side of the river. And I was driving past an Outback Steakhouse, and there were people flooded out of that thing. I don't know what it is about steakhouses today and me, but whatever. So I went in and I said, how long's the wait? I wasn't going to go. An hour and a half at 7:30. Those people are going to wait an hour and a half to get not for free. I hope they weren't waiting for a free steak dinner, I'll tell you like that. They're going to wait an hour and a half. They're going to eat at 9 o'clock. So people are going back out to eat. But I think at the end of the day, people will realize that stuff comes and goes. But the offer to sit at the throne of God for eternity, that does not go. Brothers and sisters, this is the one offer and this is the one thing that we can count on that will bring us happiness and joy. That's what allows us to get through the weeks, the days, not the weekend, because that ends, but the offer to sit at the throne of God forever. So brothers and sisters, let's be like James and John. Let's dare to ask for that great gift so that one day we too can do what Jesus does in every prayer that we say, who lives and reigns forever and ever. We too have the joy of sharing in that if we stay with him here in this life, and we will reign with him forever. And now let us stand